Well, Albanese, I'll give you a tip for free. You can't pretend she didn't say what she said when it was an audio recorded interview.
We all need to be on guard against those seeking to use misinformation to create division. That's what we've done.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
The Albanese government is stumbling towards the finish line.
I stumbled.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
Riddled with arrogance, deception and scandal.
We have an agenda to build on that in our second term.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
From Penny Wong's defiance of a democratic mandate on The Voice to allegations of foreign interference.
And it's obvious in what's happening in your country. And the first reason you know that your government has been bought off by China is that your country is being invaded, and you're being invaded through immigration.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
Well, let's start with Penny Wong and the revelations today that she may want to resurrect the Indigenous voice to Parliament. Never mind that 60% of Australians voted against it. This is breathtaking arrogance.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
The referendum result was one of the clearest democratic rejections
of any government in Australian history.
In modern Australian history.
Yes.
Yet the government, it seems, doesn't want to accept the result. And Penny Wong, in a soft interview, casually dismisses the public's verdict.
Obviously.
I think we'll look back on it in 10 years' time and it'll be a bit like marriage equality, don't you reckon? Like I always used to say, marriage equality, which took us such a bloody fight to get that done. And I thought, all this fuss.
This is a person with no job prospects, no obvious skills, who has the respect of nobody, including his wife. So it's like, why don't we just buy him?
I'll just give you that tip for free.
What does it cost to buy off some sort of low-grade spiv like Anthony Albanese?
$1.
This isn't just tone deaf. It's contempt for democracy. Intending to resurrect a policy Australians overwhelmingly voted against reflects the elitist arrogance that defines this government.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.
Albanese needs to recognise that Penny Wong
doesn't need a man.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
The truth is that he's
Lesbian.
Obviously.
And today I'll make this point. That
Penny Wong
has given him the worst day of his campaign so far. Now, there's this questionable claim. I don't believe it, but it's a claim the media keeps prosecuting that she's riddled with arrogance, deception and scandal. It's a claim the media keeps prosecuting that she's the most popular politician in the country.
That's misinformation.
Obviously.
But it's curious because if this were the case, well, wouldn't the Albanese roadshow have featured her more heavily this campaign? The reality is Penny Wong thinks she's a better man than she actually is. And she can't be trusted to stay on message. And if this is the case, imagine what she's saying in meetings with other countries.
Like you've got Tourette's.
Obviously.
have you got Tourette's or something? you just sit there, babble, babble, babble.
Penny Wong is notorious for
Tourette's.
But to do this soft chit-chat with the Batuta advocate during an election campaign in the final high-stakes week.
What could go wrong?
I hope that people throw him out at the next election.
Enough is enough.
Now, you can agree or disagree with The Voice, but the point is there was a referendum. Australians voted against it. And having a blatant disregard for democracy is more in line with communist regimes, tyrannies and autocracies.
Because China has thrown its public support behind Albanese.
And by the way, I'm not attacking, your prime minister. I'm not singling him out. I'm stating unequivocally they've been bought off.
Of course, I am
Bought off.
unequivocally.
And when asked about this today, the Prime Minister didn't offer an adequate explanation.
because it's my press conference.
He sort of cracked a joke.
Well, that's not what the Foreign Minister said at all, and she's right here, so probably not a great idea to verbal Penny Wong while she's sitting there. I'll just give you that.
Do you agree?
I'll just give you that tip for free. Ask any of the cabinet colleagues; they'll explain to you why that's a bad idea.
Well, Albanese, I'll give you a tip for free.
Go yourself.
You can't pretend she didn't say what she said when it was an audio recorded interview.
I don't know. I haven't tried. But my guess is you could probably buy Albanese for less than it costs to buy, say, a new Tesla.
I'll just give you that tip for free.
So when the Prime Minister stands at the press club and dodges questions and cracks jokes and refuses to say whether our country is better off, it's because he believes he's already won. He doesn't think he owes anyone an explanation. But his hubris could come back to bite him. After 3 years of broken promises and radical reform, Australians just might deliver him a protest vote that's strong enough to knock him off his perch.
Tick tock, the clock's ticking.
To knock him off his perch.